Okay, we can start. Yeah.
Okay, so okay. Uh, so yeah, hi folks. Hope you all are doing well. Okay, again we are on the track. So yeah, we can start again with the JavaScript where we have left. So let me share my screen first. So we are on the track now, right? So yeah, we have left on this topic. So let me open. Yeah, so we have already covered array and JavaScript objects. In the JavaScript, we have already covered array and objects. So in arrays, we see these all are the methods of array. I can say inbuilt method which we have used in JavaScript, right? And as we know, we have already covered the object. So how we can create the object, the properties, and access the structuring of the objects, and scope already we have covered. So again, we'll look in the scope once more. But yeah, the topics that we have to cover today, like the targeted topics, I can say scope, closures, and some ES6 features in JavaScript, and what is block, scope, and the callback function, right? So these are the topics that we have to cover in the current session, right? And let me tell you the overview that we have already covered. So we have already covered the JavaScript basics, in which variable lat cons, where, how we can declare, and data types already we have covered here, right? And operations already we have touched up, right? We have covered the conditions and loop, and what the next target we can assume here, right? So this is all assumption only, right? But yeah, we are running late, but we are going good, right? So we have the next upcoming session in which we will touch this topic in deep, right? So the DOM and event. Why I'm giving you an overview, because we can have a clear mindset what will be the next, right? So DOM event, in which selection event, and these are the query selectors. Maybe we can see the event handling. This is also an important, right? And DOM manipulation. So React, whenever we will talk about the React, the DOM will come in the picture, right? So this is also an important topic of JavaScript as well as of React, right? And again, I have mentioned here ES6 and modern JavaScript. So we'll see this in deep dive. So do not worry if we have missed something in the scope here. So, and I mean in ES6 feature. So we'll see in the upcoming session here, right? Because I have given a single session for particular for ES6 feature. So what is ES6? ES6, we know it is an ECMA script of version 6 that we have already seen here, right? So when this sixth version has released, so ECMAScript version 6 has released in 2015. So because of that only, we can also call the name as uh, ECMAScript 2015, because it is released on the year of 15, right? 2015. So yes, and let me open the doc again. Not this one. Okay. So in this, I have created a document for you all guys, right? So let me open that again so that we can see the JavaScript concepts there. Okay, this one. Yes. So whatever the topics that I have written here, that in our sheet, right? Whatever we are following here, right? So these all concepts we have in written here, right? So we have seen the scope. So I'm again repeating this, right? So in the scope, so what is a scope in JavaScript, right? So scope is refer to the accessibilities of variable and function. So uh, it is not a rocket science, just a simple and normal concept of JavaScript, right? So why scope and what is the use of scope and how it will work, right? So it is nothing. It is all about accessibility of variables. So where we can able to access that variables of JavaScript, we can define by using lat, var, or const, right? And the functions, whatever the functions that we have created, so function in a different part of your code, right? So suppose if we have created some function and that function where we can able to access, where not, so we'll see all this in the scope. So what are the types of the scope? So let me open the term the VS code again, right? And let me recall you the scope topic again. So just the brace up kind of thing we are doing here, right? So yeah. So we have three types of scope here. I'm repeating again this because it is a good and um, very important topic. Very important, I can say, right? Very important topic of JavaScript, because whenever like some interview will take the interviews of freshers or maybe experience, so this is a confusing type of topic, and many questions will occur from this topic in the interview, right? So we are not just learning the JavaScript, we are just preparing for the interview as well, so that we can clear an interview and we can get a job, right? So this is the course, not for just the learning, not for any entertainment. It's just for your growth and learning, as well as to get the job, right? The first job, those who are freshers and those who are having experience, that they can also understand the topics and they can deep dive, right? So again, we can come back on the path. So we have here types. So these all are the types of our JavaScript. So you can see the scope. So we have three types, which are they. So they are the global scope, local scope. We can call the local scope as function scope. So these both are the same. If someone is asking a function scope or they are asking for local scope, so both are same. Don't get confused, right? And we'll come back one by one in the deep so that we can understand properly, not just the theory part, right? And the third we have here the blog scope. So what is blog scope and how it will work? So it is introduced in ES6. So we have already know what is ES6, right? So ES6 is nothing. It is an ECMAScript 2015 of version 6 that was released in 2015, right? So yeah, so we see one by one what is global scope and how it will work, which variable we can able to access. So let me come to the global scope here. Let me give the numbering here. Sorry. Okay, so this is the first topic of scope here. So what is global scope and how we can know this is global scope or a local scope? So there is a definition that I have written for global scope. Okay, so let me make this as a highlight or separate, so we can understand it properly, right? Mm, 1 second. Yeah. So we have lines of code, and then we can understand the definition here. So what is global scope? So by the name itself, global. Global means globally we can use it, right? Whatever the variables we declare outside the function, that variable is called global variable. So suppose suppose we have created a function here, right? So the function name is test scope. We can give any name. Just an example, we have taken a test scope because we are finding the uh, what we are finding here, just the function we have given here, in which we are just seeing which variables we can able to access inside the function or outside the function. So what do you mean by global scope here? So whenever the variables, so we are talking about the variables only here, right? So what the scope is only mainly for variables and functions. So in the definition itself, we have seen here, we can highlight this, right? So that will be easy for you guys, right? So scope refers to the accessibility, means where we can able to access or not of variables and the function in the different parts of your code. So we can see here, this is the, we are talking about the global scope. So in the global scope, uh, whatever variables we have declared, so we are just talking about the variables here, right? So whatever variables we declare outside the function, where outside the function, that variable is called global variable. So by the definition also we can understand, and we have an example so that we can easily understand here, those who are not getting by the definition, right? And it can be accessed anywhere in the program. So suppose we have created a variable with the name global variable using the let keyword, right? Using the let, we have created global variable, and the string I'm passing here, I am a global. I am global, and this will be your global variable because we have declared this variable outside the function. So whatever the variables we have declared outside the function is global variable that we can use anywhere. By the definition also we can understand whatever variable we declare outside the function. So our function is starting from the line number 21 to line number 33, and this variable we can able to access anywhere in the file or the program. So this is the file we have created. So let me console out, and we can see the magic here. Not magic, just the concept, but I'm saying magic. So yeah, right, you can able to see I have written a console log of um, so that I can able to print this global variable. So let me copy this the same file, and let me paste inside the function. So we have already written here, right? So let me remove and let me clear the code properly. So let me explain you the code first. That will be easy for you guys, right? So we have a global variable here, and using the let we have declared, and inside the global variable we are just giving some string. So whatever string we have given here, that we are making a console log, right? And just the number we have given here, global num. We can give the number as well, so that will be easy for you. Just a variable name. You can give any name that will be comfortable for you. Okay. So yeah, so these two variables that I have declared outside the function, and my function name is test scope, and that function where I'm calling this function, so you can able to see here the highlighting thing, right? So test scope, how we can call the function, like that we can call the function, right? So just the small syntax that we have to remember here, right? So what we have done here, we have created a function. Inside the function, we have created a local variable. Just the name we have given. You can give AB, you can give the ABC or any name. You can give your name, my name, or someone's else name, right? So this is the global variable. So let me make a console log so that will be easy for you guys. So we can able to access here because accessible. Why I'm writing accessible? Because we can able to print without any error. And the global variable that I'm making a console log on the line number 20, which is outside the block of function and inside the block of the function as well, right? And the global num is also I'm typing, I'm like consoling out this variable inside the function and outside the functions also, right? So let me make here, and this will be also accessible, and I'm making a function call here. So let me tell you how the file will work and how this code will be running. And you already know how we can run the file. So we just need to write node in terminal, and then the file name. So I have given the file name here is 9.scope and closures.js. So see, we are getting an error. Why we are getting an error and where? So you can see where it is showing the error. So console.log of variable, and you can see the line number as well. So easy to find in the code. It is showing line number 37. Local where is not defined. So we can see where is our line number 37. So the local variable is not defined. Okay. Yeah. Why we are getting this error? Because we have declare this variable, local variable inside the function. Okay. And we are trying to access it outside the function, but we cannot because it's a JavaScript rule of local variable, right? So let me make a comment this code, and then we can able to see here whether my code is running or not, right? So let me clear the terminal first, and now you can able to see my code is running properly, and we are getting my global. I'm global, right? So I'm global is typing line number from line number 20, right? And then before running the function, before this line number 21 is running, right? And then so how the JavaScript will run? It will run line by line. So the line number it is coming from 17, 18, and then 20, then 21. Then it will find this function, but where the function is calling, so the function is calling on the line number 35. Then this function will call. Okay. So then it will come inside the function. So we have my global, sorry, I am global, and then this global variable it is typing here, right? So I am global, then I am local, and then the number can that we have declared here, right? Global num. So hope you are getting this, right? It's clear for you all, and you can able to see here the local variable which I have declared inside the function. Very important, right? The local variable. What is local variable? So the function, the variable that we have assigned or declare inside the function, that is local, because it is having accessibility inside the function only. We cannot able to access this variable outside the function. So let me try. Will I able to um, console log this local variable? No. Let me show you the error which we were getting before. That was of because of that only. So it is giving an error on the line number 34. So what is line number 34? We are just making a console log of local variable outside the function, but we are not able to accessible. So not accessible. So this is the error because of that only. If I'm giving a if I'm making a if I remove that code, so you can able to see here the code is running. So this is all about global variable. In the same way, you can you have understand already the local variable, right? So what is local variable and local scope? So in this code only we have seen here So this is my local. So let me tell you one more example. Suppose local where I'm global. Okay, I don't want to take that much. Local number. We can take the numbers now, right? Global number. You can give 10. This will be 20. I am global number, I am local number. So suppose I have test scope. I am giving a function test scope inside which I am making a console.log of global number and console.log of I am local number, right? And now in the line number 70, we can call this scope. Okay, this is calling function, right? How we can call the function? Like the same way line, like the 70 line number we have written, right? And then what I have to do, we have to make a console.log of I am local number. So will be accessible or not? We have to check that. And what is next? Console.log of I am global number. So I'm just writing a new program for you to understand the local scope. So I have commented all the code and we have the 6-7 lines of code here only, right? So now you can see what is local scope or function scope. So variable declare inside a function. So whatever the variables that, so let me make a new variable, local variable number. Mm. So what we have did here, so we have created a variable with a lat that is global number which is 10. So why I have given the name as a global, because we are declaring this number outside the function, right? We are defining and initializing the value of outside the function, because our function is starting from here and ending here, right? And inside the function also we have created a variable. So why I'm giving a I mean the variable name as a I'm local number, because inside the function we have created. So what is the local variable will do, or the scope of local scope will here do, because the variable declaration inside a function. So whenever declare a variable inside a function, that variable is called local variable. So inside the function we have created a local variable or the variable declaration that will called as a local variable, and it can be accessible only inside the function. So let me check, will it be able to accessible outside or not, or inside only? So by the definition it is saying here, it can be accessed only inside the function. So we can see whether the definition is telling us the truth or not. So we can see here. So in the line number 68, it is showing an error. So what error it is showing? Reference error. So I'm local number is not defined. So where we have written I'm local number in the line number 70, 68. Sorry, where is 68? Mm, I'm local number. Okay, let me copy this name. Maybe we have did a spelling mistake. Again, let me clear it. So now you can able to see it is showing error on the 73 line number 73. So the 73 line number, maybe let me change the spelling. Now we have all the spellings are correct. Sorry, my mistake, my bad. So now this is giving error on the line number 73. What it is giving, local variable is not defined. So this variable has been not defined, it is showing. because whatever the variable that we have defined inside the function, that only we can able to access inside the function, but not outside the function. So let me comment this 73 line number, and then we can able to see. So now you can able to see it is giving output as a 10, 20, and 10 because the variable that we have declared inside the function means inside the function only. The 73 line number 2, my function is start from line number 74 to 78, right? This is the scope of function. Inside the function only we have uh, declare it and we are using it. So because of that only it is not showing any error, right? And the blog scope, that is ES6 feature, right? So we're gonna cover that in the ES6 feature or in the next topic, right? We'll conclude that because in this we have a temporal dead zone, that is also an interview question. So I'm taking the blog space as a separate session for that particular, right? So next we can move on to ES6 features. So we'll cover ES6 features also in the, because we have to see how the destructuring and temporal dead zone, because see the temporal dead zone which I have written here, that we are already covering in the separate and separate session. We have to see the split and rest operators also. So do not worry, we'll cover that whatever we are lefting here, right? So now we can see some ES6 features. So let me show you, let me recall you the ES6 feature again. And so what is ES6 feature? So what is ES6? We already know ECMAScript 6, right? So which was created by standardized JavaScript, right? And it is the 6th version of ECMAScript and published in 2015. So this is also an interview question. If someone will ask what is ES6, what do you mean by ES6? So you can say ES6, the full form of ES6 is ECMA script with the version 6, and it is released in 2015, right? So yeah, again we can come to the chart. So I've taken it for you all guys, right? So we can see what are the ES6 features. So we can see here, let me zoom in. So lat and cons. So let and cons can be declares blog scope variable. So we have already seen, right, where we can use this lat and cons, and will be able to use inside the blog or not, right? So what is the blog scope variables that we have already seen, and about the const also we have already covered, will be able to accessible or will be able to read declare this const or not, or declares the blog scope, and see it is already written, right, cannot be reassigned. So we have already seen this in the variables uh, session. So not in data type, mm, so we can see here and we can find, yeah, in this topic we have already covered. So first in the first hello world itself we have already seen this all the data types, right? So let me make the file name change, right? Let where where let const, so it will be easy for you. So we have seen in the hello world, and we have seen already let where, and where is a function scope, let and const are block scope. So we have already seen, and see where can be redeclare and updated. Let can be updated and not redeclare. So this is already written here, not nothing new that we have already covered. And arrow function, a shortest syntax for writing function, right? And automatically bits, I mean bind this from surrounding context. So we can see this function, this keyword in JavaScript in the upcoming session. So do not worry about that. I'll cover each and everything. So arrow function already. Let me search from here. So in the functions in JavaScript, line number, I mean the file number 6 dot function in JS. In that we have already covered arrow function. So this is all about the arrow function, right? Shortest syntax for writing function in ES6 feature. So we have already seen here. It is a ES6 feature. How we can declare it, right? And how we can call it, what is the way of writing it, and what are the parameters and arguments that we can pass, right? That we have already covered. And template literals. So what are the template literals that we have already seen in the ES6 feature? So let me tell you for 5 minutes or 2 minutes. So what are the template literals? So or we can call it template string. So template literals, let me uncomment it, and then we can understand. So yeah, template literals are string literals that allow embedded expression. What is embedded expression? So see here, I'm writing with the dollar sign in the lower bracket, right? And this will be one symbol that you can find near the one keyword in the keyboard, right? So what it will do, you can use multi-line string, right? And string and interpolation features, okay? And they are enclosed by backticks. So this backticks, right? This symbol we can call it backtick. So instead of single or double quotes. So whenever we are writing something in, like for writing the string, right? We were using the double quotes. Okay, we can give any string, right? Like that, either the double quote or the single quote. Both are the way to create some string. We can define here my string, okay, like that, where my string 2. So this is the way to define the strings. But for template literals, we have the backticks symbol here, right? So we can use backticks, and inside the backticks we have written hello, and then so this will be used when we are making some API calls or some naming convention that we are giving here, right? So we have already seen. Suppose I have to write the hello with my name itself, right? So suppose my name is Ashish Viskarma. We don't have to suppose my name is already Ashish Viskarma, right? So yeah, we have defined here using the let variable name equal to Ashish Viskarma, which is a string, right? So string variable, right? Because we have given in the double quote, we can give the single, we can give using the single quote as well, right? And then we have used the for loop, so we already know how we can use. So suppose my question is here, I want to use hello with my name 30 times, right? So do I need to write 30 lines of console log, or I can use this using the for loop, and then I've given here. So let me run this file so that you can understand. So suppose this will be like, suppose we are making some welcome note. Suppose we have created a JavaScript website, right? In which we are giving some welcome note. So whatever the username will be there, so we can give here, right? Welcome, like that. welcome to my portal, or the portal name, right? So suppose we have created some Flipkart application, and we just wanted to give. So suppose you already know, you are opening your Flipkart or Amazon, so it will give sometime it will give some welcome note, right? Welcome to uh, Flipkart, and then it will be giving your name. So how it will, because it is taking some name from the backend that you have created the profile, right? So it is taking that name and it is showing. So will they make changes in uh, the note, right? Welcome to Flipkart or something, right? So will they write for each user what like the one note? No, they'll make something like this only, and the name should be user's name here, right? So I'm just giving an example, a small thing, so that you can understand the this backticks and temporal literals, right? So now let me run this file. 10 dot, my file name would be features features.js. So you can able to see here, welcome to Flipkart, and my name is here, right? So how many times my name is here, right? And whatever I have given here, so like I can give Mr. also I can give, right? So it will take. So let me run again. So see, it is given welcome to Flipkart, Mr. Ashish Vishwakarma. So like that, it will be work. So this is also in ES6 features, and we have destructuring assignment. So allow unpackaging values from array or properties of an object into distinct values. So that we'll see in the upcoming session. And split and rest operator. So the what is the symbol of split and rest operator? The triple dots that we can called as a string split and rest operator. So let me give an example for that. Mm, yeah. So what do you mean by split operator, right? And how it will work? So the triple dots you can able to see here as I have given in the bracket. So used to concatenate array or copy array or object. So we are talking about array and object. So just make sure this is I'm highlighting here. We are talking about array and object, and what we can do using a split operator, we can concatenate. Concatenate means adding. Suppose my name is Ashish and my surname is Vishwakarma. So suppose I want to add Ashish with Vishwakarma, right? In the same way, we can do some concatenating on array or object. So let me make an example here, right? So we can see here const array of one, in which one or two the element which are given to the array one, ARR. So this is the short form I have written, right? And one more array I have created with const. So array 3 with the element 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? What I want to do here, my question is to merge, add, or concatenate. These three words having the same meaning, right? So my question is to add array using split operator. How can I use? So let me create this array 2 I can give, and this 3 I have given, because we are merging 1 and 2 and making a new array with the concatenating of both the array. So we have array 1 which is 1 2, array 2 which is 5 6 7 8 9 10, and I want to create a new array which is array 3. So array 3 in which I'm adding 1 2 before this 3 4, because 3 4 are missing here. So I'm just adding 3 4 in the array 3 itself, and like that I can give 3 dots and then array 1. So this will be copying here, and comma 3 brackets, I mean 3 dots, then array 2. So this is copying here. So now the output will be 1 2 and this 3 4 right? And then 5 to 10. So let me make a console log. Let me make my file run, and then we can able to see. So here the output here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is the speed operator. Like that only it will work. So we have covered this, and rest will cover this speed and rest operator. We can see some examples of array. We can do some operations over array and the objects both, right? And the rest operator will be collect multiple element into an single array. That is also we can see, so that we can take a separate session for both, so that we can see how this speed and rest operator will work on the objects and array and default parameters. So allowing setting default parameter for a function parameter. So this is also an ES6 feature, and we have modules which is import and export. So once we'll finish this JavaScript session, then we'll move to for React. So in the React, this import and exports are common that we can see in the React. So I'm not touching this seventh number modules that will be you can able to see in the React. So we'll use in day by day coding whenever we will work on React, right? And promise. So a way of handling asynchronous operation more clearly than callback. So we'll cover the callback, and after that we'll see the alternate of callback is promise, right? So this is also a new feature of ES6. So I have written here on the callback, and I have highlighted because it is a very good concept, and it is mainly asked in interviews, right? The promises and all. And whenever we are talking about asynchronous operation, we'll talk about the promise. So in the promise itself, uh, we'll cover async, async and synchronous operation that will cover in the promises. So from mind, we are good for today, right? We have covered ES6 features, and we have seen the scope. Now this blog scopes and temporal date zone that we are covering in the upcoming session. So we can see in the next session that will be our closer and callback. So closer and callback both are an interview questions, right? So closer. So suppose closers, and one more topic that I'll give you the coding questions also related to this, and I'll give you the interview questions as well, so that you can prepare well for your interview as well. Those who are preparing for interview, not just for learning. Okay, so we are good for today, right? So yeah, happy coding to you all. Happy coding. So we'll meet again. Today's fourth, right? I might be not available this Friday because I'm traveling. So again, we'll meet on the Monday, same time, right? 8:30, because I'm traveling to Bangalore from 5th to 6th, and on Sunday I will not be available. So if I will be available, I'll ping you on the group. Otherwise, we'll meet on Monday. So thank you. Thanks. Thanks for your time. Happy coding.